What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is a preview, a very rare preview of Leicester versus Arsenal. And not only is it a preview, it's a member stream. What? Not only is Chig doing a video that's not player ratings, you mean he's doing a member stream as well? Yeah, I told you. I just didn't want to promise it to you and then let you down again. But I figured I'd make sure that I get it done and you guys can have a view and see what you guys think. And obviously, because my punk ass ain't on camera, hopefully I can have some of you guys who will show your faces on camera. We can have a little chat about the game tomorrow. In the meantime, please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're wondering how to become a member, see that join button right next to subscribe? Literally just underneath where this video is being shown, click on that join button and you'll be able to see that. I promise to be a lot more active in the next coming weeks with the join, working out some things, but there's some definitely new material that's about to drop on the member streams. And I'm going to do a lot more straight up streams for subscribers as well. I'm going to be a lot more active over the next few weeks. The reason I've been a little bit quiet recently, apart from the whole palaver with well, you know what, and I just wanted to just take a step back from all of that nonsense. But also it was just due to the fact that I've just been so crazy at work. And don't get me wrong, I'm still crazy at work, but I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to meet deadlines. So as that's now starting to ease down, I can now power up in terms of work on here. So you will start to see an increase of shows on here. I'll get my people back. Damn it! I'll get my people back. But one positive thing about all of this is that I have hit 11K. So thank you very much for the people who have helped me get to 11K. It's a good little number for me. Want to keep that moving, keep that powering, and I know the only way to do that is through consistency. So I promise, I assure you guys, I will do that. And I guess we need to start off in one place and one place only. And that's getting with this preview so I can start to have some of you guys on the show. An Arsenal take on Leicester. And this is a game I'm naturally quite sad about, a little bit worried about, actually, because, you know, they do have a number of informed players, one of which is this young man, Mr. Harvey Barnes. He is someone who, if Hector Bellerin is playing on that right or as a right back, I can see him absolutely terrorizing Hector Bellerin. And I think the obvious thing that people will say is, all right, well, why does this game even matter? I mean, after all, we can all accept that the league is gone. Our main focus should be the Europa League because that's how we're going to get into the Champions League or whatever. Well, that's where our success will be. And I agree to a certain extent. Whether I think we'll win the damn cup is another question. But our focus should be on it. Having said all that, none of us are going to be happy if we lose to Leicester. None of us are going to be happy if we lose the rest of the games of the season, but still survive in the Premier League. You know, there's always that kind of, I suppose, I'm going to say professional, but that kind of fan pride of your team going out there and representing your club and being able to pull a result, even against all odds. And make no mistake, Leicester are a team who are going to be more determined than ever to secure the top four place. I don't think they will. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me? Sorry about that. I literally, the reason that my audio went genuinely was because I was holding the laptop and I accidentally pressed off. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me? Hello? Yep. All right, great. Brilliant. So yeah, sorry about that. That teaches me to hold my laptop in any old way. Um, so yeah, I think this is a team in which they are going to be more determined than ever to secure a top four place because they don't want to be known as this team that chokes every time they're under pressure. Keep in mind, you would think for top four places this year, the teams battling for it are City, United, Leicester, West Ham, Liverpool, and Chelsea. So that's what, 6 teams going into 4 places. So they're going to be more determined than ever to try and make sure that they are one of those 4 teams that secured at one of their places. And I think they can do it, but they can't let a team like Arsenal stop them. As horrible as that sounds towards us, they are a team. We are a team which, to be honest, if I'm Brendan Rodgers, I'm telling my team, we need to smack these lot. These lot can't be an obstacle. From our point of view, I just want us to win at any game we're in. Any game we're in. Don't care. I don't care if it has nothing to do with anything. We need to win any game we're in. Yes, just because the priority should be shown to the Europa League doesn't mean you should roll over and bend over because it's Leicester. I think we should go there and try and be brave and be determined to win the game. Having said that, we're obviously going to make some changes because I think we do have at least a couple of players who look leggy as fuck going into coming out of that Benfica game, but actually, in my opinion, going into it in the first place. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how we approach it. I am interested to hear about some of your starting 11s and how you would play them and how you would position them in this game. From my perspective, and by the way, I might as well just highlight this person because I just realized they've become a new member. Thank you, Epicin. I think you've renewed your membership. So welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. So yeah, I think from my perspective, it's just a case of I want us to make sure that we're doing everything that we can in order to win. And of course, that might mean that we may need to rest some players. And I think that means that we have to rest probably our most important player. And I know you would ordinarily think I'd mean this guy. Nope, I do not mean this guy. I don't mean that guy. In fact, I actually think he could do with playing. The person that I'm actually referring to in terms of who I think that we should rest, and you can tell I'm trying to do a slick transition while I bring up his picture. I just realized I don't actually have it on my system. I'm just trying to stall a little bit so that I can bring it up and it can be slick as fuck. This young man, I do think we need to rest. It's as simple as that. I think he looked exhausted. And I think from his point of view, I don't think he would. Yes, I kind of watched a show with Kenny Kane and Claude today on Claude's Shadow. Big up Claude, go check it out. Where they previewed this game as well. And I definitely understood Ken's point about the best chance that we have of winning the game against Leicester if Saka's playing, because he's the only one in terms of transitional play that can actually take on a player, especially on a counter attack, and try to enforce something to happen. You guys have done, because I've said it many, many times on a watch along with Lee. And I think one thing that Saka's perhaps added to his game over the last year or so, which I think has been really, really good, This is the way he's able to protect the ball, the way he's able to, you know, he draws fouls very quickly. He's very useful on the counter. He thinks very, very quickly. So in terms of turnover of play, in terms of that type of player that you want, he's quite a decisive player, actually, for someone so young. Like, so he always has an idea of what he's going to do. Now, execution may not always be tip top, but you can always tell what he was trying to do by the end of a transitional play. And we don't have a lot of players that are very good in that type of spot. But I think that's where it does open up a door for someone like a Martinelli, for someone like a Pepe, who I think both players probably share those attributes between them. I think Martinelli is a very decisive type of player, and someone who I also think was pretty good in the counter attack, but has never been given an opportunity to be good, to show what he can do on the counter attack. And in terms of Pepe, I think with Pepe, he's got so much skill, so much confidence. But the trick with Pepe is not playing him on that right hand side, because when you play him on that right hand side, you take away so much of his mystique, so much of what brought him to the dance, that actually playing him on the left hand side is a little bit more mysterious, because we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know he doesn't even know what he's going to do. That makes him a little bit more trickier to handle. And actually, when you think about playing on the counter attack, that's what you want. Because speaking as a defender, your first priority on a counter attack when you're defending a counter attack is just get back as quickly as humanly possible. You're not really interested in what a player is going to do skill wise. All you're trying to do is make sure that you are goal side and you're trying to protect that goal as quickly as possible on a counter attack. So that's why I think someone like Pepe could be a really good weapon. Here's the problem: Martinelli is not a right-sided player, so it kind of leaves the door open in terms of what do you do then, because you almost have to play Pepe on the right in order to accommodate Martinelli on the left. So it does. There are questions to be had, and there are questions that, quite frankly, I'm going to answer in this preview in terms of what I would do. Because, as I always tell you guys, whenever I do these 1-11s, I don't try and predict what the manager would do. I would merely tell you what I would do. Now, whether you agree with it is another question. Now, I thought I'd put my team up, but I haven't. This is going to be trickier than I thought it was going to be. But hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Once again, please do stick a like on the video. Hit the subscribe button as we continue moving through this preview. All right, so I'm going to do my team and then see if you lot agree. Now, I'm going to go with Bert Leno in goal. There's certainly an argument to be made that maybe you can play Matt Ryan in this particular game. Playing Matt Ryan in this game, I don't know. I feel like it sends a wrong message about the importance of the game. If you play Matt Ryan in the game, but then at some point you do have to give this keeper some game time. And playing Matt Ryan in this game, I don't think will necessarily be that bad of a move. But I would go with Bert Leno in goal personally. So that's what I would do. On the right hand side, I'm going to go with Cedric, just because I can't stand Hector Bellerin. It's got nothing to do with rotation. I can't stand Bellerin. I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, well, he needs to be rotated because, maybe some of his shitness recently has come down to the fact that he's tired, or maybe it's just because he's shit." And even now, Arteta's starting to realize how shit he is, and that's why he's being linked with other clubs. Yeah, I'd play Cedric in this game. You guys know I'm not particularly sold on Cedric either, but I'll say it right here. I think he's better than Hector. So I'll put Cedric as right back. Now, this is where I would make changes. Centre back. You guys know I'm not sold on Gabriel. Now, the argument could be made that maybe Gabriel should play this because he's not had that much football between COVID and the suspensions. That maybe there's an argument to be made that he could. I would bring back Chambers. How about that? I would bring back Chambers. I'd bring back Chambers. Um, just just because I feel like for me, shit, I like him. So I'd bring him back. And I'd play him with Mari. I'd play him, I'd play Mari and Chambers because I think those two are the most composed defenders we have. Um, I'd play them together because I think that is a defensive partnership, that an untapped defensive partnership that I think would work very, very well. I don't think it'd be particularly quick, but it would work very, very well. Listen, as speedy as Vardy can be, he's also 34, 35. He ain't that quick. Not these days. So I think those two could cope with him. So I'm going to go with those two in the middle. On the left-hand side, I'm going with Tierney and praying he gets through the game with no injury problems. Speaking of injury problems, I'm going with Thomas Partey in the middle because he hasn't had a lot of football. So it's important that we get him fit. And the only way you can get fit sometimes is just playing. And quite frankly, against Leicester's strongest part of their game is the fact that their midfield is so awesome that we need something. Fuck me, they have Tillemans and Ndidi in that middle. We need somebody of that sort of quality, and at least Thomas Partey is of that quality. So I'd put him there. Which have no one else. Every other partner I can think of is just shit. I'm gonna put El Nene there. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Hate me if you like Granite Jacket fans. I'm putting El Nene there. El Nene and Partey seem to work well together. Seem to. So I'm gonna, maybe it's an African thing. I don't know, but I'm gonna place them together and hope and pray for the best. I don't know. I'm trying here. So I said I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to play Odegaard on the right hand side. I'm going to play Pepe on the left hand side. I'm going to play Martinelli as a number 10. I'm going to play Lacazette up top. I think those four as an attacking unit would work well. I think Lacazette didn't do much to be dropped. Didn't do much wrong to get dropped. And I think actually having three speedy guys around him would suit him pretty well. He could be the guy, a hold-up guy that brings these sort of players into the game. We know Odegaard can play anywhere across that front line. And that's why I'd play him on that right-hand side. And then I'd play Pepe on the left-hand side because I feel like, for me, he just started getting that position, just started doing well. And then in typical Mikel Arteta makes no sense fashion, drops him. It made no fucking sense. So for me, that's what I would personally do. So yeah, that would be my lineup. So yeah, I think it gives us the best chance. Do I think we'll win the game? What's my prediction? I don't know. I think from my perspective, and Carl, I'll come to you in a second, my brother. Thank you. I think from my perspective, um, it has all the hallmarks of potentially a team that's going to fight, going to be energetic, and it's going to defend well from the very beginning. Um, it's not going to have your liability trio of like Louise, Bellerin, and Xhaka. That's always a good thing. And I think you will have a team that will work hard, even if they're not completely the best quality in the team. Um, I still think it's a strong lineup. So, in my personal opinion, I feel like we can win this. We could nick the game, but I'm going to go with 1-1. I think we'll go. I think we'll draw the game, but it's possible we'll nick it. But it's difficult to imagine without Saka. I must admit. Interestingly enough, I would put Saka on the bench. To be fair, but yeah, I'm gonna go 1-1 and hope for the best. Big up to you, Kyle, for becoming the latest member on the Chili Army channel. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, my brother, for joining. Big up to you, Mr. Jenkins. You've got to come on a show with me. As mouthy as you are, you must have some good opinions on Arsenal and stuff. So this, speaking of which, this is your turn now, guys. You are more than welcome to come on the show with me if you like. Give me what if you want to talk about the game, you want to talk about the lineup ahead of tomorrow. By all means, you are welcome to come on. This would be the time to do it. I'm not going to go on for too long because obviously UFC starts soon, so I want to catch that. But by all means, if you want fancy coming on with me to have a chat about the game, do so. If not, I'm going to talk about some stories that have popped up most recently, like the Lacazette to Monaco story. I'm going to talk about the Bellerin swap deal to PSG, was it? So yeah, Epic. You want to come on? All right, then, Epic. Let's do it, Epic. Are you on Insta? Are you on Insta? If you're on Insta, I will DM you now. Dad, I told you already, brother. I know it ain't happening, but this is what I would do. This is what I would do. Oh, is it? Oh, thank you for telling me. Hold on 1 second. Oh shit! I don't know where my headphones are. I'll see if I can find it once I get people off. I think it's probably me. It's probably my fault. I keep moving my laptop around. That might be the reason. You've already DM'd on Twitter. Oh, okay. So that makes life easier. All right. So Epic is coming on. Who else wants to come on? Who else? 1 second. Epic. I hope you got your camera on, by the way, because we can't both have our camera off. That don't look good. So, oh yes, I have. I have. I have. Of course, you told me about the racist Aussie. How could I forget? One sec. What about you, Dan? Do you want to come on? All this time you talk to me on the combat show, on here, never ever come on. Get the mods on. Omar. Told you about coming. Remember, my brother. Called you. You should hop on, bro. Yeah, Omar's in here because he's a mod, not because he's a member. As the same with you, Justice. Nah, brother, can't do that. How about you, Justice? You wanna come on? Or Bertrand? All right, here we go. So Epic is coming on now because I've just sent him the link. Hold on one sec. All right, here we go. All right, so Epic is on. Big up to you, Epic, my brother. Hold on one sec. It would help if I got rid of this. Wait, 2 secs. Hold on. I'm so smooth with this. All right, here we go. Epic is on. How you doing, my bro?
I'm good, man. What about you, man? How's your health been?
Yeah, man. Attempting to survive. Survive. Nah, man. You stay safe out there with all this COVID nonsense.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy because I have college and I do engineering. So, in 2 weeks, so in like the 8th, we're coming back to college to do like practicals, etc. So it's all good in the hood.
What part of the world do you live in?
Exeter.
Ah, of course. So you doing what are they doing now? So they're getting teachers to mark your work throughout the year, right?
Yeah, it's teacher assessed grades now, so we don't do exams. But I do coursework anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So
can imagine all the people that have cussed out teachers all year must be like shit.
I can imagine, yeah.
Oh dear. So what do you think about tomorrow's game, man?
From a rival perspective, for me, I think Leicester at the minute have loads of injuries. If you don't know, they're missing a lot of their key players. James Maddison, their captain, Wes Morgan. Loads of like important players they have in the team, and it's still to this point the third. They're still third in the table, which is quite remarkable. Is it not a miracle to have a good coach? It leads you to third. I don't think. I would imagine if you had another coach, I reckon you'd be this season in the top 4 with a different coach. Because your team is not. No way your team is a 11th place team. No way.
Do you know what? I've never asked you. Who is your side?
Sorry?
Who is your team?
Man City. Did you not remember? I went on the memory stream.
I knew it was a top side. I just couldn't. For some reason, I thought it was Liverpool.
Oh no, Man City, man. Yeah, yes. Okay. Today we had a poor performance, man. Literally, it was
but
dry.
You do what it takes.
Yeah.
It's like last week when you played us. You do enough and you win. That's what class sides do. At some point, it used to be like.
Yeah, but I was happy with a win is a win anyway. But I wasn't happy with the result because we were losing too much of the ball. It wasn't steady. But credit to West Ham, they play very good football this season, and you got. I'm surprised how Moyes has changed the way he plays now. He used to. I swear he was like a defensive coach, and now he plays attacking football, which is just amazing. So,
yeah.
who knew to have a good coach?
A lot of people with the way he's suddenly got West Ham playing. I think realistically, if they secure 6, they'll be well happy about it.
Yeah. Especially with the budget they have. They only spent 40 million in the summer. You realize that?
Yeah.
Like, it's not normal to be especially this season. It's not normal. You have to spend a lot of money to have a good squad depth because of shoulder congestion and etc. So,
okay.
Who knew having a good coach propels you up to the top, innit?
Well, some people seem to believe that so patient, then eventually they'll improve. It's just like I'm like a broken record. I don't mind that approach if you can see progress, right? Like I don't mind if somebody told me, okay, Arteta's path to success is going to be there eventually. Because you watch, I know the first season he finished 8th. This season we're going to finish 5th or 6th. So that
may
means
I
next
ask?
season, logically, we'll be in the top 4. It
May I
would be
ask?
some bullshit, but I can at least see the logic.
May I ask, if he wins, which is very unlikely, if he wins the Europa League, would that count as progress? Well, discounting
That's a good question.
discounting the league table.
Not for me, but I could understand the argument for it. But for me, I think it's the same type of argument that people make for the FA Cup. That, well, he won the FA Cup, so that surely shows he's a good manager. It's just like, well, it's a cup competition at the end of the day. If you get a good route, anyone can make the final. Anyone could potentially win a cup. The consistency, to me, where you show your quality, where you show how good you are, is the league, because the league is where you play week in, week out against teams that you play that you should be familiar with, and that's where your tactical knowledge will come out, because you have to show you have to be able to show how you can outsmart a manager that potentially knows a little bit about you, at least from the last time that they played you. So yeah, I do think it's a good question, but for me, no, not in particular. I'd be well happy if we win it, but it wouldn't make me think to myself, "Oh, we've got a special coach in our hands." No, not at all.
I might have exaggerated by saying if you had a different coach, you could get top 4. I've exaggerated that, but for me, your squad is at least top 6, not 11th.
Not 11th.
Not 11th. No way. You've got so many good talents in your team, and yet he. What's wrong with Martinelli? Has he not? He's such a good player.
This for me is why there are several aspects to this. First of all, I don't think he had the experience for the job in the first place. B, he doesn't learn from his mistakes. And then C, he's just not a brave coach. I think to win,
too defensive minded, man. Too defensive minded.
100%. But he doesn't have the guts to be like, "Oh, I'm going to take the chance."
But your team is more than that. I'm sorry, but your team is more of have more capable players to play attacking football, not defensive football. And that's why he's been losing too many games. That's two mindset. So,
but I think all the best coaches in the world are courageous, and they will always make a decision that many people think, "Fuck, I would have done that." I'm a bit, whoa, that's a brave call, and it turns out to be the right call. All coaches are capable of that.
All coaches change. All coaches change their ways if something doesn't go on. For example, Pep last year made so many errors last year, and to this season, to give him credit, he has changed the way he plays. Hence why we've been on the 20 winning run. 20. So, I mean, Arteta's it's too soon for his liking, and if he gets sacked, I don't want him near our club in terms of like coaching, etc. Because you can find like these type of managers, right? These like Pirlo, Frank Lampard, the oldies, should start from the bottom. Should start from the very bottom, where they can build the experience. Arteta has no experience, not even managing like a youth team or something. He's just been like coaching. That's it. Like managing and coaching is two different things. So
wait, so you're telling me you don't want him back then?
Sorry?
Telling me you don't want him back then?
I wouldn't want him back. No, personally, no. No, hell no. He made it pretty relegation.
I thought he made Sterling. What do you mean? I thought he made Sterling the best player he could be.
We appreciate what he's done for our club, but I don't want him back. Thanks for the service, man. Thanks for the memories, but it's time to say goodbye, mate. So
Let me ask you something, right? Did he even manage a reserve team in
I
at
don't think.
Man City?
I don't think he did. No.
He didn't.
No, I can't hear you, by the way. Your audio kind of
Oh,
bad.
sorry. Is it mine? Okay.
Yeah.
Apologies. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Did he even manage a reserve side?
Who?
Arteta.
No.
So he never
As far as
managed.
as far as I remember, no. And as far as I know, no, he didn't manage anything. He straight got I think once Arteta retired from a player, he became a coach, and then Pep employed him as his assistant, and that's it. No managing whatsoever, not even a reserve team.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, how can you? So how can you come from coaching whether or not even? Oh, it just pains me. How can you come from not even managing like a youth team or a reserve team to managing flipping Arsenal, one of the top three clubs in England, and put them in 11th, and which lowers your fan base's expectations for the season. Oh, 11th is fine.
He's done. Sorry, I know audio is audio is terrible. I can't seem to find my damn headphones. I think that for me is the most annoying part of everything. Is the way he's come in and the way it's because, in my personal opinion, I have this personal opinion. It's because he speaks very well, he's very articulate. He says things that
He's
people
like a Frank Lampard, yeah.
yeah,
The way
he says things that even I think to myself, yeah, fuck, yeah.
yeah,
So if you are an Arteta fan, you're gonna
Mhm.
stay an Arteta fan. You're gonna believe that stuff. You're gonna believe it.
he doesn't do he doesn't talk the talk, but he doesn't walk the walk.
Exactly. So it kind of is what it is. I'm at the point now with Arteta where I'm just like, all right, man. Let's see.
Just get used to like Arteta things.
Yeah,
dropping Pepe after some good
yeah.
games.
Because in my mind, I know that he's not getting sacked.
And then wait, hold up. And then he puts Aubameyang left wing, which hasn't been working the rest of the whole season. And then puts no. And another thing. Smith Rowe has been working well in the number 10 role. But you know what? Good idea. Let's put him left forward or left wing. And we'll put Odegaard there, even though it makes Smith Rowe ineffective in the system. Although his main position as a player is CAM. You can't shoehorn. I mean, it's good to have squad depth, okay, but not shoehorning him in the risk of the team. So it's this
Yeah.
like putting David Luiz the clown at the back. Oh, it's funny, man. It's like Arsenal is a funny club, man. Because you're as a rival, man. It's funny. Oh god.
Oh dear. Sorry, Steve. Is it also my audio as well? Because I know I'm speaking through my laptop mic.
Because I got my mic here, so I think it's fine.
Because your audio sounds a bit weird to me, I must admit. But I don't know if it's me or if it's someone else. So
let me just check. Wait one sec. Let me just check out the audio on your stream.
But no, all right. Well, in the meantime, before we get out of here and wrap things up, and thank you to everyone that continues watching us in spite of our audio problems. I will make sure that I fix my microphone situation by tomorrow. I just wanted to get an idea of what you believe, even as a Man City fan, what you believe the prediction will be between Arsenal and Leicester tomorrow. Keeping in mind we're playing away, the league is more or less gone for us.
I know that home records don't really mean anything in this season, but what does your home record look like at Leicester? Away record.
If it was at the Emirates, I'd be more confident.
Repeat that because I didn't hear you, bro. Repeat that what you said.
Okay, most recently, our away form has been terrible at Leicester.
Terrible.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But our home record has been a bit better.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. The thing is with me, let's have a lot of injuries, and then even with those injuries, on that day they can batter anyone. They can literally batter anyone they want on the day, even those because they got a good manager, etc., and have a very good talented bunch of players. In Arsenal, your team right now, the Arteta, is so bad. You don't know what to expect. So, and I'd say like Omar said, 2-1 to the Foxes is the quality of manager is the difference for me. The quality of manager is the difference.
They're doing more here.
Okay. 2-1 to the Foxes. I'm going to ask the chat room, but it looks like they've started to give their score predictions. Steve hasn't we'll get slapped. Fair enough. I'm still going to be optimistic. I'm still go 1-1. Leicester, Arsenal. But would it surprise you if we got beat? Oh, it wouldn't.
Right, I'll give you it. What is your predicted lineup that Arteta is going to put? Because your one is different. So,
my predicted lineup would be Leno, Tierney, Gabriel, Louise, Cedric.
No, what would Arteta do though? Not Arteta.
Yeah, I'm telling you what Arteta would do. I'm telling you what Arteta would do. He'll play Gabriel. I wouldn't, but he'll play Gabriel.
Ballerina, right back.
Granit Xhaka, Partey. I think he'll go Smith Rowe, Saka, Aubameyang, and maybe Pepe. Maybe just like throwing Pepe, just for the shits and giggles. I could see him doing something like that.
Well, I would imagine, right? He puts Pepe in, but instead he puts on the right wing, which has not been working.
Yeah, he'll put him on the right, just like you said, inexplicably. I don't know.
For the banter. Put him on the right wing. Like you said, double agent.
I just realised I put in like 12 players, by the way. Maybe he might rest Saka, but he'll put in Neil Smith Rowe.
I think he's overrunning Saka, man. I think he's overrunning.
And Odegaard, maybe.
I think he's overrunning Saka, man. He is playing too many games for my liking, and he's 19. I think Saka, although he's an exceptional talent, don't get me wrong, he's been put out too much in the spotlight for me because he should be getting the. I know at the minute, your club at the minute is not in a great state in terms of like talent players, and you need those kind of players in your team. But I think that Saka should have played less and get overrun and get less in the spotlight. Otherwise, he is going to get overrun and have a less ceiling in his career, and he might just give up in it. So he should have got like the Phil Foden treatment, in my opinion. So
yeah, I agree. All right then. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for watching us today. I hope you enjoyed the preview. let's see if we can hopefully do a job against Leicester. Me and Lee will be back on here tomorrow. Player ratings, which will go straight after the game. Obviously, I'll be doing the watch along on his channel. So make sure you catch both. Do hit the subscribe button. Do continue joining the membership. And I'll do a lot more of these over the next coming weeks. So I find not to promise I'll do them on a particular day. I'll just do them. So just keep a look when I do them.
Don't promise because your promises aren't kept.
Yeah. So I will. I'll just do them. So when just make sure you keep the alert on, and you'll know when they're on. So yeah, I will leave you to it for now. You guys take care. Thank you, Epic, for coming on.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'll catch you guys again soon. Take care. Peace.